I'm a dabbler. And I really like to make, and I like the experience. I'll just really embrace something and feel like I'm gonna master this. Like making yogurt. Like for a little while, I just made yogurt like every single week. It's just like that kind of thing where I wanted to just make something with my hands and I enjoyed the experience. But I don't take myself too seriously. Like I just let myself fail a lot and make mistakes and like
you're in the perfect
I don't
role.
worry about it.
Because every year your creation is gone and then you get to start over again.
Yeah, it's a clean slate.
Yeah, so I do some freelance illustration outside of my day job at Razorfish, doing illustration projects on the side for like either pro bono, like charity work, or just for like topics that I think are important. It doesn't pay a ton, but that's okay because it allows me to explore and fail, like you say.
When you schedule every hour, every half hour, every meeting, your day is just full. Your brain is always processing on your behalf. And so if you don't create purposeful pauses where you're actually not doing anything, then those solutions can't come forward from your subconscious to your conscious.
I think that's so true. And I also think that when my hands are busy or my legs are busy or something is working, it just releases these ideas that I'm not able to access in another way. So like when I was training for the triathlon, I had the greatest ideas in the pool. And
those are those moments when they come forward and you have to capture them.
That's what it is. And there's this very special time that you carve out when your body's doing something repetitive, whatever it is, that allows your brain to be more creative.
When it comes to like side projects or passion projects, for example, I think creating that space to be your unique self that you may or may not be able to do culturally in the organization you're working for is massive. Because when we're able to do something that we love and connect it with something that we're passionate about, like that's magical.
It's also the people you meet. I think the dialogues you get into, depending on who you meet. I kind of wish that any company I worked for would just hire people from random professions. It doesn't matter what you do, just to bring it in and just someone to sit on in your meeting and be like, what are you even talking about? Do you hear yourselves, right? And I think there's so many different professions out there, and I think can sometimes leave an entire chunk of reality and humanity out of the equation.
When I first went to Africa, something really powerful happened to me. And I suddenly realized when I came back that I never really internalized facts that well. And so I felt like some of what we had done was off. And then we kind of started tweaking our process and say, okay, do we really truly understand this stat or this challenge, this problem? How can we experience it more? I mean, I would take film and have speakers come into my team and talk about like, here's what the reality is, here's what it's like. If we're gonna do work for the greater good, whether it's in your local community, nationally or globally somewhere, really understand the problem and honor it and serve it.
My message to designers is, when you come to these kind of events and you hear somebody like Justin talking about what they do, like get involved. I just went to Justin the other night and I was like, how can I help you? And I think that that's a really overlooked thing in our industry is that people are like, I'm going to start my own.
That's true. Everyone wants to be an entrepreneur.
And it's kind of the same thing.
Do you want to make an impact or do you want the reward?
Right. Yeah. And the biggest thing that could happen could be you could work with somebody like Justin and learn how he did what he did and then go do it for another community. And that is amazing.
I think it helps break down this, what I call a myth of leaders and followers, so that there's someone who goes and paves the way and everyone just follows. But I think it's really, you're trying to encourage this leaders and leaders sort of philosophy. There's maybe one person who gives you permission, and really they're just making it up. They're just saying, hey, yeah, you can go in that direction. They don't know, but they're just saying it's possible so that all the leaders that look up to them do it.